Welcome back, family. Welcome back. Beacons of light, just be it. There is nothing to it. In fact, it's the only way of being your greatest self. Teach your kids their actions have consequences. Teach your kids their actions have consequences. Our kids are the future. They are the now and the future. There are too many distractions out here. Too many. I find that even as a parent, you are raising your kids, you're teaching them, instructing them to go a certain way, to walk a certain way, to talk a certain way, to think a certain way. But even in that thinking and education, there's another form of education outside of the home that your kids have to deal with. Either when you send them to school, when you send them to the playground. Of course, you better be at that playground. Because some of these kids are mean, evil. And I don't necessarily blame the kids. I blame the parents of those kids. I used to teach in DC public schools. And I never forget, I went to this school in the southeast side. I'm not going to mention the name of the school, but I, taught there. And I'm telling you, my first day, I was teaching the first grade. I separated about 5 fights. And these kids had no respect. Their language was foul. Their behaviors were terrible. But then, when I saw the parents after school, when they came to pick their kids up, I said, oh, now I see why they are behaving this way. No disrespect, but we are the product of our environment. You see these kids shooting each other, killing each other out here. No sense of life. They have no value for life. And it pains me, it vexes me. I have kids, and we have to educate our kids. We have to embrace them. We have to love on them. One of my neighbors lost her son last week to gun violence. We got to do better. But again, we have to start building our communities on some form of principles that reflects humanity, that caters to humanness, or else we are doomed. Teach your kids their actions have consequences. I teach my kids now. I'm not waiting till they're turned 15, 14. That's too late. I'm teaching them now, and sometimes they look at me crazy, but I'm telling them the facts. You can hate what I'm saying, or you may act like you don't hear me, but you hear me. You hear me. Our actions have consequences. These kids got to know. And there are no longer excuses, no more excuses. You either standing up for what's right and doing what's right and being the example and showing your kids that, look, life has consequences. You must know that early, because if not, there's the jail cells waiting for you, or someone out here will do you harm, or maybe even kill you. But there's a good way to approach life, which also have consequences, but the consequences are more harmonious, amicable, and it uplifts the spirits of people. It helps communities come together. Those are the better consequences that we need to constantly promote. I've told you, and I will continue to say this, everything you want is inside of you. Everything you want is inside of you. Greatness is inside of you. Greatness is inside every one of us. When you look outside of you searching for anything that you consider great, you may find it, but then you find so many distractions, so many conditions that are not natural. They are very artificial, fake, and they are filled with dehumanizations. So I just wanted to share this with you. Maybe it could help a family, it could help a person, it can help anyone who wants to start a family. I'm telling you, these kids right now, they need help, serious help. And if you live in a one-parent home, or you are a single parent raising your children, seek help if you need it. Find a community that can help you in areas that you are lacking. Nobody is perfect. We are all a work in progress. But don't give up, because your effort will pay off. Your efforts will pay off. This just came to my spirit and I wanted to share. If this is something that you feel may help someone else, share with someone else. If it helps you, share with someone else as well. Teach your kids their actions have consequences. Until next time, family, thank you once more for tuning in. Beacons of light, just be it. There's nothing to it. In fact, it's the only way of being your greatest self. Until next time, peace and one love, family.